Hello, everybody. This is the Florida Sports Report, and this report is on the Miami Hurricanes via. Okay, let me check out who wrote this. Via Susan Miller Degnan of MiamiHerald.com. The title of this article is Miami Hurricanes Malik Rozier comes through big in opener. Guys, to let you know, I'm not going to read the whole entire article because it does run very long. The 18th ranked Miami Hurricanes entered the Malik Rozier era with the win they expected. They weren't perfect as their vaunted defense have hoped, but the Canes were plenty good enough to defeat FCS opponent Bethune Cookman 14-13 Saturday afternoon in the season opener at Hard Rock Stadium. It will get progressively harder from here, as the Miami Hurricanes will travel to face Arkansas next week before another road game against number 3 ranked Florida State in Tallahassee the following week. We got off to a slow start trying to find our groove, said graduate transfer cornerback D. Delaney, a former Citadel All-American whose defense gave up 350 yards. 222 of those yards came from the air. 9 of big hits, he said. We've just got to come back and get away more bigger hits than what we have had out here today. We're far from satisfied. Coach Mark Rick was happy with his quarterback Rozier and the win, especially because did not turn over the ball, but far from ecstatic about the defense. It's just one game, Rick said. Nonetheless, praising the Wildcats as an astounding team. I'm sure Manny Diaz is not totally excited. I'm sure those guys aren't totally excited. We're not on offense either. I know our defense is probably not going to be 100% thrilled when they put on the tape. Hopefully, they'll be using that to motivate themselves to be even better players. Offensively, redshirt junior quarterback Rozier has had an admirable debut in his first season as the chosen starter. The Canes dominated on the ground with 317 rushing yards. Rozier, who won the starting battle in fall camp over redshirt sophomore Evan Sheriffs and freshman Nkosi Perry and Cade Weldon, completed 70 passes on 28 attempts for 217 yards and 3 touchdowns. He also added 41 yards rushing on 4 carries. Guys, my opinion on this is that this is a good start for the Florida Hurricanes. It's just one game of the season. It's about gaining chemistry. A bunch of new players coming in, new players improving. These are college football players, and they're not perfect. They still have a lot to work on. They still have a lot to improve on. It's the first game of the season. It's not like the NFL where you have the preseason to prepare for these kinds of things. This is the first game of the season. You're going to be rusty. Some teams like Oklahoma and teams of that nature, they destroyed their competition. Like Clemson, they destroyed their competition. They look fresh and ready to go. Not everybody's going to be like that. Clemson national champions, I'd say you kind of expect the type of performance. Extremely confident, ready to go, excited. I would expect that. So, the Miami Hurricanes not having that much of a convincing performance on their first game. I mean, they did beat them 41-13. I mean, that is a terrific start. But versus Bethune Cookman, they could have done a much better job. They could have done a much better job today. Well, yesterday, Saturday. They could have done a much better job. But it's all about improving. These are college kids. And not everybody is going to come out and give a grand performance like they're really experienced NFL players. It happens. And they have a lot of work to get done. Look, nobody expects Miami to make it to the top 4 and win a national championship. They still have a ways to go in terms of talent. But they do have a good roster. They do have a good roster of really talented players. And I hope they find a way to succeed in the near future because they are extremely talented. And I think Mark Richt has done a good job so far getting his team to where they have been, getting his team back to a elite program. And hopefully the Canes can find a way to continue the success, the little success they found under Mark Richt so far. Thank you, everybody. This is the Florida Sports Report reporting on the Miami Hurricanes. Hopefully they continue to progress and get better. And thanks, everybody.